Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great today. Okay, so I stumbled on this news out of Hollywood regarding Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. Now, I see a whole lot coming out of Hollywood. I've been following all kinds of stuff out of Hollywood. Hollywood is the finest description of what weirdo is. You know, the weirdest things happen in Hollywood, and I am not surprised. I was in Hollywood. I schooled inside of Hollywood, and I've researched Hollywood for decades, so I do know. I'm not surprised about anything that comes out of Hollywood, but before I make a video about some crazy stuff coming out of Hollywood, there's always going to be a motivation, an underlying motivation for that. And that's why I decided to step on this one. Now, Machine Gun Kelly proposed to Megan Fox. And Megan Fox actually tweeted and talked about the proposal and all the stuff that she said about it. And then she ended with, "And we drank each other's blood." Now, drinking each other's blood simply says that these guys are vampires. You know, they make all these movies and they show you all these things and you think it's just something out of the figment of their imagination, but it's not true. I've told you repeatedly, video after video after video, that these guys use the movies to tell you what is either happening already or something that is going to happen very soon, or something that has been happening that you're not aware of. So they are vampires. What is it that is so fun and so beautiful about drinking each other's blood that Megan Fox had to post about it? By the way, did you look at the guy she got married to? Machine Gun Kelly has never hidden by his dressing, by his posts, by his music, by all the aura around him. He has never, ever failed to convey to everyone watching and listening that he is a Satanist. He doesn't hide it. When you see them dressed like this, you know where their allegiance actually lies. And so basically, Megan Fox, who probably must have been leaning towards Satanism, now meets a bona fide Satanist, and then they do this satanic engagement, and then they drank each other's blood, and they went public with it. Why? Because there's already a shift. There is already a generational shift in consciousness. Many people have not been able to understand this, that there is now a massive generational shift in consciousness. And what that means is that things that you could not fathom, that you could not imagine anybody going public with in the last 10, 15, 20 years, they can actually openly go public with it now. What it means is that we have come to that point where some alien beings like demons or humanoids, satanic looking stuff, are going to now begin to feel comfortable to walk in our world. I have said this several times. Your blood is a liquid energy. Your blood is what creates the aura that permits you to move freely on earth. Otherwise, you're going to be floating as you move on earth. I've said it several times that God created the earth specifically custom made for man, for beings that look like you and I and all these other animals and the plants. That's why you cannot go to any other planet and feel as comfortable as you feel here on earth. You need this blood. And the energy that gives us permission to be on earth is not only the blood. You have it also when you get into sexual intercourse. You give it out. We give out all kinds of energies from different energy points in our bodies. But all of that energy in a concentrated physical form is your blood. Your blood carries all of that energy. That's why you hear of blood sacrifices. That's why the devil is so completely obsessed with human blood, even animal blood. any blood of anything that God has made for the earth, when you suck it out and give it to the demons, it gives them a passageway. It gives them access into our world. That's why people go to make sacrifices, and when you give him that blood, you have given him access, or maybe either one demon or 10 or 15 or 20 have just gained access to be able to live and operate in our world because they were confined to hell. So we are giving them easy access to our world. They can pay anything in the world for that. This is why people do human sacrifices and the devil blesses them in quote, which is he curses them, because the blessing never lasts. So when you hear of blood, do not take it for granted. Blood is superpower as long as you are a human being. That's why even in Nigeria, the guys they call the Yahoo guys, or these people who do ritual stuff, they look for a woman's pant linings, the pad they use during their menstruation, and they look for the one that has blood stains so they can gain access into the bloodstream of that person spiritually. Have you noticed that recently they no longer need to carry a human being and bring them to their coven to kill the person? They just need to have something that has a direct connection to you, and they can kill the person from their coven if you're not a child of God. So look at how easy we are now talking about some Satanists drinking their own blood in a pure, clear, satanic sacrifice beamed to the whole world. There's a reason for that. And they were not the only ones. You know, like I told you, I schooled inside of Hollywood. My school is located inside Universal Studios, New York Film Academy, is where I went to school, right? And I spent a lot of time in Hollywood. In fact, the first place I ever owned an apartment in America was in Burbank, California. I've lived there. I know that place. You know, when I come into a region, I do a lot of study. I never get to a new place and keep quiet. You see me sometimes I walk. Where I need to ride in a car, I say, no, I just want to walk. I always study the environment that I live in, no matter where that is. I have never stopped doing this for many years. And so I studied Hollywood, and I found out that Christianity is the least popular religion in Hollywood. I've told you this before. Hinduism, Buddhism, mostly Satanism, Kabbalah practice, all of this, which Madonna is also engrossed in. All these are things that define Hollywood of today. And so they are not the only ones who are doing this. Jack Black, I think it was 2009 MTV Awards, actually prayed to Satan. And he said, "Dear Dark Lord Satan." YouTube would not allow us to play the original clip of Jack actually praying to the devil at that awards show. But you can watch the original clip in our uncensored version, which is going to be uploaded to Rumble. So just go to Joseph Okechukwu on Rumble and you will see the entire clip of what happened over there. He was not missing words when he was praying to Satan. And it wasn't a joke. He's an actor, comedian, and a musician, but he was not joking. Because in another video again, Jack equally admitted that they sold their souls to the devil. And this is not the first time you're seeing stars who have openly said that they sold their soul to the devil. It happened to Kanye West. It happened to Katy Perry. It happened to all of them. Many of them have sold their soul to the devil. And the point is that you have to come out and admit it. You have to dedicate one of your artistic pieces to that same selling of your soul to the devil. It has to happen.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so I kind of sang about what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, but it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me, and he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
The whole idea of celebrity and fame has become really convoluted and, kind of bastardized, like whereas fame used to be the byproduct of success, and now it's the ultimate goal. And if your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil.
What about Christian Bale? Christian Bale was getting his award, and he thanked Satan for giving him the ability to act. I want you to watch this video.
Thank you to that geezer over there, Adam. He said, I've got to find somebody who can be absolutely charisma-free and reviled by everybody. So he went, that's got to be Bale. Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
Thank you to Satan for giving him the inspiration on how to play that role. And somebody would have told you, oh, what he said was just comedy. He was just being comical. He was being funny. But the Church of Satan tweeted and thanked him for acknowledging that Satan gave him inspiration.
The Church of Satan thanked Bale for the acknowledgement, stating that Satan is a symbol of pride, liberty, and individualism. And as Bale's talent and skill won him the honor, they can fittingly state, "Hail Christian, hail Satan."
So Satan basically gives them inspiration on how to play a role the moment they sell their souls to the devil. And it happens with the music industry as well. That's why you have the term that is called alter ego. I have explained this over and over and over again. Alter ego is nothing other than a demon that possesses an artist who has sold her soul or his soul to the devil and then sings or performs through that artist. Beyonce even explained this to you in admitting to the fact that Sasha Fierce is the one that comes out when she's ready to perform, and that without Sasha Fierce, that she couldn't do so much on stage. She said it.
So, like when you're getting ready to go on stage and perform, does Sasha Fierce, when does she show up?
Usually when I hear the crowd, when I put on my stilettos, when like the moment right before when you're nervous and that other thing kind of takes over for you. Then Sasha Fierce appears, and my posture and the way I speak and everything is different.
I mean, I can try, but then it just doesn't happen. I can sing notes and sing strong and do all these things that when I'm just by myself, I can't do. And I remember right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me, and I knew that was going to be my coming out night.
Remember when Jack Black was praying, he said, grant tonight's nominees continued success in the industry. There are now countless others who have done similar things. I'm just showing you this few. There are many. No, I'm telling you, you can look up for yourself. The person that is worshipped in Hollywood is Satan. And I'm talking about blatantly, openly in Hollywood. So with Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, they just performed a full-blown satanic sacrifice in full glare of the whole world. Something you would expect from, the American Vampire League, and they showed it to the whole world. So why is it that the entertainment industry has been so messed up, has been so satanically bastardized? Do you know why? It came from somewhere. I never thought I was going to do this because I had done it before, but I'm going to do it again because I want to give you basis for what I am saying and what I am doing. I don't just want to say things because, they said it, he wants views. I don't care about views. If you look at most of my videos, they don't even get monetized. And I don't care because I want you to know the truth. As long as I'm able to get the truth to you, I am okay, I am fine. If anything comes out of it, to God be the glory, but I want you to know the truth. I feel like I'm feeling how God feels when people just perish in ignorance. Watch the music you listen to. Watch the movies you watch. It's why I'm praying that God will give me grace so we can create something alternative to help our people. They are pumping their religion and shoving it down your throat in the way of arts. But you don't know that this is an agenda from the pit of hell to actually corrupt your mind, to get you captivated by satanic themes and ideologies. It's by design. Now I'll prove it to you right now. So I've done a video before about this. The 10-point agenda on how to usher in the Antichrist or create the New World Order, which is the political and economic system and religious system that is going to actually take over the world under the leadership or the rulership of the Antichrist. That's what the New World Order is all about. And so Alice A. Bailey, if you have followed me long enough, if you haven't, please scroll down to my channel and check some of my videos. I've done a lot of videos about Alice A. Bailey, the woman who founded the Lucis Trust or Lucius Trust that is now at the UN, and her mentor, who was Elena Blavatsky. I've talked about these people a lot. So you can just look her up. Just type Alice A. Bailey and then look her up. But here is the 10-point agenda. These Satanists came together and said, if we have to usher in the son of the devil, who is actually the devil himself, just like Christ was the Son of God, but he was also God in himself. So the same way the Antichrist is the son of the devil, who is also the devil, and he's coming. He wants to be here, and he's already on earth. But they said, if we have to usher him in, what do they mean by ushering in the Antichrist, and what Benjamin Creme calls them the masters of wisdom? And when he says masters of wisdom, he's actually talking about the demons who are going to accompany the Antichrist into our world for the end times. Do you know what they mean by ushering in? It is by altering the balance in energy levels on earth. The balance of energy. Let me explain this before I read for you where all this is coming from.